question of the hour. What to do with this Cowboys offense? We talked about this team in long forms of the offense getting on the same page, being in rhythm. And when we start looking back at the film, and we say to ourselves naturally, this is not the Cowboys offense that we seen last year, the year before that. Even when you said, hey, this Cowboys don't have a shot at it, right? This is not Kellen Moore's offense. Naturally, we say that, especially when we look at the games that we won in the first part of the season. Now, rhythm plays a major role, right? Offensive line, musical chairs, and somebody brought up the point, hey, Law, do you feel like this team is sandbagging basically? Are they not really showcasing everything that they really can do? Are they preserving themselves, right? We think of all of those things, and it's hard-pressed to believe that, right? In the National Football League, you got to understand that there are more plays than hook routes, button routes. You got to start using and attacking some of the defensive concepts. And we start painting this narrative about, hey, Dak Prescott, is he really the guy, the $75 million quarterback, right? And it gives all of the juices, the fuel, for the pundits that speak ill of the quarterback. And I get it, right? We want to see this team win in a certain fashion, in a certain way. Then it hit me. Maybe, just maybe. Maybe, just maybe, this team is sandbagging. Maybe that's the case in the scenario, in the situation of it all, right? It could be just that when you think of everything that this team brings to the table. But I come here to tell you, regardless of the situation, we're 10-4. 3 more games to go, Cowboy Nation. And I believe with the concept of what Kellen Moore naturally brings to the table, with the motion before snaps, with some of the exotic plays, that it will come back around again, flat out. In other news of the Cowboys world, it was reported that Josh Ball could have been back months ago. So we're playing musical chairs. We're literally playing musical chairs with the offensive line, and you could have had Josh Ball back months ago. Shout out to him. He was the guy that was drafted, you know, with the situation of the, I'm not going to go into details, but his skill set pretty good. And they said by that whole process time, you know, he was able to get bigger, stronger in the weight room or what have you. And he's a solid left tackle, Cowboy Nation, that you can groom and develop. Now, they probably looking at this year and say, okay, we're going to redshirt it. We don't want to bring this kid back too soon, right? After that high ankle sprain, we want to see what we got out of the other guys. I get it. But that's a little sandbag there, right? Oh, excuse me. Blake Jarwin. I heard news that he will be back probably next week or so, or give or take in another week after next week or what have you, 2 weeks from here. Blake Jarwin is a crucial element to this offense. Why, Law? Why? Well, we run 12 personnel. You can disguise a lot of things with 12 personnel, especially with what Kellen Moore want to do, high-low concepts. You can vertically stretch the field with Blake Jarwin, vertically up the field in the middle of the field, and still have Schultz as your underneath guy. You can hide some run concepts. You can bring in a lot of different nuances to this offense that I believe Kellen Moore will utilize more of Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb out of those concepts. Nevertheless, this defense though, this defense, Cowboy Nation, third down defense, and we'll talk about a little bit more on the offense a little later on, but this third down defense is remarkable. The way they chase and hurry down the field. I come here to tell you guys, Parsons, he drop back in coverage and hit. DeMarcus Lawrence, D-Law, excuse me. That guy on his edge, on his side, can set the contain and also get off and make the hit when necessary, punch the ball out. We've seen all of these things. And of course, Randy Gregory. You got to make that business decision when you're trying to face him, right? You're going to slide more protection on his side. Oh, you're going to leave it one-on-one? Well, your quarterback better get that ball out quick. And I believe that pressure, that ability can go a long way, Cowboy Nation. And we are in this area as it relates to this team, collectively speaking, on the defensive side of the coin. The spark part of it. Malik Hooker playing well. Oh, Trayvon Diggs doing his deal. Those things go a long way. And I believe the way we are just communicating with all together on the defensive side, and Dan Quinn letting everybody know that we have not arrived yet. Don't touch us yet. We have yet to ascend, right? Before we ascend, we got a lot of things that we got to accomplish and continue to work on. Now, Cowboy Nation, there will be a lot of news to come about as it relates to Pro Bowl, Man of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year. All of those accolades are pretty good. Nick Bosa quietly having a wonderful year, by the way, and Joe Burrows, I think that he's having a wonderful Comeback Player of the Year story. Dak Prescott storyline, man, remarkable in a sense. He can be Comeback Player of the Year as well, right? That's still up for grabs, but I think Nick Bosa, 15 to 16 sacks for this season. Remarkable as a defensive edge guy. Everybody talking about everything but him, and he's quietly doing his thing out there as it relates to that. So shout out to Nick Bosa. He proud to be the Comeback Player of the Year. And how the 49ers turned that thing around over there, remarkable. Nobody talking about it. They flying under the radar, right? And some of the concepts, speaking of offense, how they utilize Deebo Samuel. Come on, Kellen Moore, you can use CeeDee Lamb similar in those fashions. Not saying that CeeDee Lamb is Deebo Samuel's, by the way, but you can use CeeDee Lamb, that yak, the yards after catch, or end arounds, putting the ball in the belly of CeeDee Lamb and let him do some things. You can probably use some of those concepts, Cowboy Nations. So, look, I just want this team to stay focused. There will be a lot of distractions about, hey, you made it to the Pro Bowl. Yeah, you made it here. Lock in. We got 3 more games. Hey, lock in. We still got to reserve our seat for the playoff games. Lock in. We still got to let everybody know about this defense. Lock in. We still got things to improve at on offense. We got a long way to go. And I love the fact that Dan Quinn said, hey, we have accomplished nothing yet, right? So all of those things mixed in together, Cowboy Nation, we can make some things happen, but we just got to trust ourselves and just lock in. Lock in. Cowboy Nation, in departing, I want to tell you guys this. This team, if we do those things quietly, then we can go far. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Go Cowboys. Let's go. Lock in. This team, they hiding something. They are hiding something, especially as it relates to this offense. You know, defense is humming. Let's continue to keep that humming going.